The world is a forest in which all lose their way. Through different paths, we go astray. Walking our way against the stream of life, stumbling upon unexpected shouts of struggle. Our future may seem carved in stone, but our heart knows the truth. They say the best way to see life is through the eyes of a child. How can I understand you if I have not gone through the life you have lived? Can you understand me if you have not visited my world? One should be acknowledged by their determination, not by the color of their skin. Do not compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with who you were before. When I falter, I should hope that a helping hand will lift me up. For some people, acceptance is not a given. Their freedom of choice is denied. Yet, like millions of butterflies swarming the lake, their lives matters too. Hear the pain in silence, even when it's unspoken. One can get trapped in a box that's too small to breathe in. I shall overcome and rise. When I'm done wiping off my tears, I shall give myself permission to laugh. I will flow into a whole new way of being in the world, empowered and healed. We are different, we are diverse. It's time to think about empowerment differently. The power of moving forward is fueled by colorful connections. From now on, the future will be written by all of us. But now, with my empowered voice.
Hi, my name is Nora Bahasan. I'm an author, speaker, and certified law of attraction trainer, and also one of the speakers at the Global Women Empowerment Summit 2020. I would like to say thank you to Ms. Andrea Zapska, the founder and brainchild of the summit, for inviting me to be one of the speakers. I think you're amazing and phenomenal, Andrea. Keep rocking the world. I wrote a book called Born to Smile, Malaysia's first memoir about life with a cleft-lip and talent. I spent my early years dealing with a facial deformity, multiple surgeries, school bullies, and tactless people to last a lifetime of emotional baggage. I had to battle physical adversity with spiritual courage and went on to achieve important life goals. Yet, self-acceptance remains elusive. I know thousands of you out there faces challenges and tribulations and may struggle to achieve self-acceptance, self-love, and self-confidence. It is a journey to some of us to achieve the above, but it is possible with self-belief, determination, and internal strength. This book is written for everyone wanting to overcome adversity and to understand what it takes to pass self-criticism and low self-esteem. You can also achieve self-empowerment if you have enough desire to be real to who you are, be authentic, and allow yourself to make the changes from within, because after all, the pen is in your hand. We are in charge of our mind, therefore our results. Use your tribulations and trials as a protection and projection to become a better version of yourself in mind, body, and spirit. I hope to see all of you at the Global Empowerment Summit from the 1st to the 4th of October. Let's have fun, let's get inspired, and let's get connected. See all of you there. Sending my love and my light. Bye for now.
It began with a bold vision to build KL Metropolis, a development that would establish a new international trade and exhibition district in Malaysia, built in partnership with the government by NASA Group's property arm, NASA TTDI. The crown jewel of this grand vision is the Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Centre, the preferred international destination for exhibitions and events. Like the fine gold and silver threads of the Songket weave that inspired its facade design, MyTech is the embodiment of refined craftsmanship, creativity, and precision. As Malaysia's largest exhibition centre, MyTech's functional spaces are unprecedented. Primed for exceptional displays, surrounded by state-of-the-art facilities and amenities. This iconic structure affirms a commitment to innovative excellence. It is a showpiece of engineering ingenuity. An enduring icon built for a new Malaysian era of success.
I am enough. I am enough sincerity to give kindness to others. I am enough resilience to face the challenges. I am enough courage to survive the obstacles. I am enough patience to handle the adversities. I am enough humility to own up to my own mistakes. I am enough gratefulness to appreciate my talents and well-being. I am enough conscience to do what is right. I am enough passion to realize my ambitions. I am enough substance to keep believing and have faith. For anything that I am not, there is something that I am.
Hello.
Hi,
How are
finally.
you? So we are
I'm good.
live with you already. So hi everyone. This is Faridah here.
Hello, everyone.
I surprised her to bring her live just as it will be live tomorrow. We are practicing. How was your day, Faridah?
My day was okay. I just got back really late last night, so thankfully had a good sleep and all ready today to prepare all my notes for our session tomorrow. Two sessions.
Nice. Imagine I didn't even sleep.
But you look fine.
No, not. I'm like wearing my power color as the you
Yeah.
said that wear your power. So you
Yeah.
need a very strong color.
My power color is my red spectacles.
Oh yeah, I could take that too, but I only have the shades, so that wouldn't look nice here. So Farida, not everyone knows you. Introduce yourself a little bit for the audience. This is just a warm up, so the audience can get to know you a little bit better before we start the summit tomorrow.
Okay, so can I find out who's in there, who's in the room? Like,
Yeah, this is not like a room. It's everyone is watching it on Facebook and YouTube, so it's a live broadcast to Facebook and YouTube. So you are
Okay.
already talking to the people who were interested in the summit, most probably, and someone who is just bumping into it on Facebook or YouTube.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. It's about 1:10, I think, 1:15 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So if you're coming in from somewhere else in the world, welcome to Malaysia. It's hot and sunny here today and humid. My name is Faridah Hameed. You can call me Faridah. I will be doing 2 sessions tomorrow. The first one will be on creative leadership, which is from 7 to 8 p.m. And I'll be approaching it from a woman's perspective and be sharing some of my experiences moving up the career ladder over a 25-year period. I'm sure there'll be stories there many of you can relate to. And hopefully some of those stories will be useful for you as well. Then from 8 to 9 p.m., I'll be doing the ageism, cultural taboos and ageism segment. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be busting some stereotypes and some myth about people who are older. And so I hope the younger people will come in too, so that you can also have some clarity about how older people think and what are the opportunities within the older market and some of the taboos as well. But briefly, just about myself, I'm a conscious communication coach for business leaders. What does that mean? That means that basically I work with people in corporate life, mainly from C-suite to C-1 to C-3. So these are all very senior people, and helping them with their communication skills so that they are able to communicate with the team, communicate with their suppliers, with other business owners, and help build their businesses by having clarity in their communication and simplifying their communication. I can't hear you.
These are the things that I'm practicing today all day long. So I was saying that I was checking we were live. Your voice was very nice. And I'm telling people on the way how this is the first time for me and how I'm learning on the way and how is it out of the challenge, out of my comfort zone, because I never did live shows like this before and before this summit, and I never organized the summit. So basically, I'm trying to tell them the steps, what I'm going through, like checking the Facebook, whether the live is all right, or this, like how I not muted myself. So these kind of things that people can learn, and I can learn too when you are
Yeah, I
going
just
out.
want to say to everyone about Andrea. I've only known Andrea now for about maybe 2 weeks, Andrea, is that right? Two
Yes, I
weeks,
think
3 weeks.
so.
And I
Yes.
just take my hat off to her, because doing something like this, a global online summit, something that's never been done before. And she's doing it for the first time. And the one thing I noticed about Andrea, I just want to tell everybody, because many of you may not get to know her. You're not on her WhatsApp groups. I just want to say she's always so cheerful, and she's always so patient, because there's lots of us who are not familiar with some of these streaming apps. And she's always so patient, answering our questions patiently without getting irritated or annoyed. And it must be really difficult to manage so many moving parts for this conference. So I really hope that everyone will come and join us, because there's so many good people that's going to be online. Andrea is going to be sharing her stories. We're all going to be sharing our stories. And our only purpose really is to just be not even role models, but basically just to help you guys navigate your way through life, whatever you may be facing, by sharing our stories and sharing some of our wisdom as well.
I think this is the best way to learn also. If you learn from other people's stories, right? If you learn from the things that we already done, right? Then you can share your experience. And this is missing today, because those kind of nights with your grandmother or grandfather are missing today, when they were sharing these experiences. And one of the main goals of the summit is bringing these generations together and bring back those kind of, in Europe, they were peeling the chicken and the feather, and during while they were doing it, they were talking, and all the generations were there, right? But today,
Absolutely.
because of the digitalization and the school and the remote work and the rushing towards money and survival, everyone forgets about these kind of things. But I realized that in Malaysia, the food is still okay. The food still brings people together, because everything stops when it's about
Yeah.
like going to the table, sharing food. So that's still nice.
For those of you who are not Malaysians, just to give you a little insight about the food, in Malaysia, we have 24-hour restaurants, because our weather is always nice. We're always summer most of the time, except during our monsoon seasons. So a lot of these restaurants, like the bistros, are open 24 hours. And these are gathering places that a lot of Malaysians and our friends, we all get together and we talk about everything under the sun. And so that's where a lot of people get the human connection. But Andrea is absolutely right. I think in addition to the fact that we're digital, I think COVID has made us realize people are feeling quite isolated, because you're not going to work anymore. And for a lot of people, going to work is a sanctuary. You go to work for 8 hours and you just focus on your work and your colleagues, and then you come back home. But particularly, I think for a lot of women who are going through this, who are having to be at home, a lot of women are telling me they're having a lot of challenges, because they're having to now be at home, take care of the kids, organize the home. So it's an additional responsibility for them. So this conference actually just gives everybody a break and say, hey, just come in. Let's just have some fun. Let's talk about the things that we care about, and let's see what we can all do together. So I think the last Andrea messaged us yesterday, about 1,000 over people have signed up.
Yes,
So woohoo, Andrea.
1,160, yeah, 1,160, yes.
Well done. Is it still open? Can people still register?
Yeah, still I'm promoting it, because we would like to have to create a new narrative of empowerment, right? What we all want. We need the insight of more people, and we need those definitions from everyone and from every angle. So if we have more people, we can really say that this is coming from a lot of people from all around the world. And above 1,000, you can already say that will be a good number to create a new definition.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to it, because when I look at the list of speakers, I think there's a lot of interesting people and a lot of wisdom there as well. So, thank you, Andrea, for having this idea and actually seeing it through, because a lot of people have ideas, but they may not actually see it through. But I'd like to listen a little bit about your story as well, so that we can share with everyone else. I mean, I know you shared a bit of your story on your website, but could you tell us a little bit more about your background, and also what were some of the fears that you had when you were organizing this event? I'm sure you had some fears.
Yes, yes. One of the things. So let's start at the beginning. I'm from Hungary, so I moved here 4 years ago, and I now see Malaysia as my home. And I only go home to Hungary once a year, so it's really like my home. I spend most of my life here. My family is still there, so this year I cannot visit them, but we keep on calling each other and having some connection still. Um, I was working in a multinational company. I was going through a lot of things, from service center agent to foreign trade center representative. I was a team leader. I'm an ISO auditor, and I'm a lean trainer. So I was working in supply chain, and also in the office. We implemented lean. So I'm coming from a very well organized background. I like strategies, so that's what maybe you see in this organizing of this summit, because I see everything in this kind of silos. So that's really good from that point of view. But I was really afraid of one part, which is this part, what is happening now, because for me, connecting the people, bringing them together, and really making it a nice atmosphere, it's coming from nature. I like people. I like to handle people. That's why I moved towards people and towards coaching also. But when it's actually the part when everyone has to be there, I'm not, how you say that? I'm not strict enough. So I will not bossy enough to say that, all right, now you have to be there, and this point of the time you have to. And I try to write messages, but I feel bad when I write something very directive to people, no matter whether ladies or guys. It's just that that's not my style. So this is the point when I'm struggling more to really, because this summit is, until now, it was my part, right? Because I brought the people together, and your part on your side, your contribution that you came. But now it's more your side and the other experts' side, that they can show up, they can be on time, they can speak up openly, they can share their knowledge. And there I cannot really do anything more than provide the platform and to make it more convenient. So this is the part when I'm a little bit feeling on a shaky ground.
Thank you for being so honest. But I want to say, as a communication coach, I always encourage people to be direct, not to be. A lot of people think direct is rude, but that's not true. Particularly when you're organizing something like this in corporate life, in working life, there is a tendency to think that if I have to write or speak in a way that makes people feel comfortable, so that I don't hurt feelings and I don't upset people. But I found that the reality is people are more confused and get more agitated and get more worried, have more anxiety when people are not clear. So that's going to be one of the things I'm going to be talking about at the creative leadership aspect of it. Because to me, everything comes down to communication. And if you communicate in simple words, you communicate clearly so that the majority of people know what you're saying. And that's fine. I mean, there will still be one or two people who may not be clear, but sometimes people get caught up feeling like they have to explain things a lot, and they may, like you said, you're a bit concerned that people may think you're being too direct. I had no issue with any of your messages. I prefer direct because then I don't have to think so hard. But I do understand your concern, because I'm sure when you came to Asia, you were told that with Asians you have to be a bit careful because it's something called saving face.
Yes,
I'm sure you heard
exactly. And I experienced it sometimes, and it was really weird for me because in Europe I told everyone what you see is what you get. So I'm who I am. But here sometimes I get something and then oh it was not that. So just reviews at the end, and but that is okay. I mean, Europe has its own, every part of the world has its own specifics, and it's okay. We are all different, and that's why we are so colorful and diverse, and that's what I love in the world. So let's just not take it away.
Not take it away. I think we just have to adjust with, once we know how somebody communicates, it's just easier to communicate. It's just that I always feel the shorter sentences and the more simple we keep it. It's just easier across borders, across geographies, so that everybody understands. But you've done a fabulous job, so I just want to reiterate that as
No,
well.
but it's true. Sometimes I have problems with it because I'm an artist, I'm a dancer too. So when my mind starts to flow and I'm dreaming a lot and I'm dreaming big and then I'm flowing everywhere and then I'm on the 6, 7
Andrew,
steps ahead.
we don't have enough people who dream, so kudos to you. You have to talk more about dreaming so that people in corporate life will dream a bit more about what's possible for them.
What were you dreaming about in your corporate life, or what do you still have something that you are going towards? Or
No, I love what I do, but if you ask me about 20 years ago, I didn't know what my life purpose was. I mean, I know a lot of people like to use the word purpose and passion, but to be honest with you, all I knew was that I like to write, and I like people just like you. I'm fascinated by people from all over the world, but I didn't know where my life was going to take me. And I have to say, it is only in probably my mid to late 40s that I kind of crystallized what it is I want to do maybe with the next chapter of my life. Because I think from the time you're 20 to about time you're 40 or so, I think you're finding your way. There are people who know from a young age what is their purpose, but most people do not know. We kind of know, like, you love dancing, you're very creative. I knew I like to write, I'm very creative and all those things. But yeah, I mean, I love everything I do, and I'm always open to what the universe will bring me, because I met you through someone that I met on LinkedIn who's a new friend, and we connected. And so if you keep open, I'm sure you as a dancer know that your energy has to be open so that you can welcome new opportunities, new people into your life who then, both of you can do more things than one person trying to do it by themselves, which is why you're doing this summit, so that there's more energy.
Exactly. The different energies. I just love it that we have people from South Africa, from California, from New Zealand, from Australia, from Europe, from Hungary, another Andrea. And I never met her, and she's living in Kuala Lumpur. So it's like coming and bringing people together that you never thought that you are bringing together, like from India. And from this point of view, I really love what digitalization and the internet was bringing to us. I think it's just on us how we find the balance and how we make it a little bit more balanced for everyone, right?
Absolutely. It's wonderful. I mean, I'm going to sit in on some of the other sessions and just watch and learn as well. So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fun. So I hope everybody will just, go in and choose the segments or the sessions that you really enjoy, but go to sessions that you normally would not go to as well. That's just the one piece of advice I would say. Because sometimes we get caught in, I just want to learn about leadership, or I just want to learn about yoga. I want to learn about, something to do with corporate life. Always also choose something that you normally would not go and listen to, because that opens your mind up to look at things from a different perspective.
Exactly.
So that is what I wish for everybody who's going to be joining us over the next couple of days.
Yes, I can just say one example when I moved to Asia, because it was exactly the same for me. So now it's harder for me to talk to people who are living in Hungary, because when I moved out of my comfort zone, my home, my city, my country, I got a totally new horizon and a totally new way of seeing life. And I can say that my palette became bigger and my colors are brighter, and you can never go back. That's something that you are always going to more openly go forward if you do one step. It's just what you need is to do the first step to step out. And then after that, everything is okay. So the main goal of this summit is to give the people this triggering feeling that everything is all right, do the next step, and then you will be again on the right path.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the bigger picture of, perhaps the biggest picture of what you're doing really is that I think this comes at a time, as I mentioned earlier, about COVID, but I think the bigger picture also, there's a lot of unrest in the world. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of prejudice and bias and suspicion about people who are different.
Yes.
And my hope is that because you bring people from so many different parts of the world, that people will realize by the end of the session that whether we are male or female, or whether we are from Europe or Asia or America, fundamentally everybody wants the same things.
Exactly.
That, and there are good people in this world who only if we all got together and actually started doing more together, we can silence the voices of people who are trying to create hate and fear and make you feel like life is so difficult and all that. So that is actually my big wish for this summit, and I have no doubt you will achieve that. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that you have included me in this, Andrea. It's such a nice effort on your part. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
I'm really happy for your support, and I'm really happy for all the experts' support, because I don't know whether I told it many times already, but you all came for volunteering, so no one is paid at this summit. All the 108 experts are just doing good, and this one made me feel so good, because that proved me that there is enough good in the world, right? There is good in the world, it's just not connected. So what we have to do is connect the good, and then we will be bigger than the bad, and then we can bring the world a little bit up and
Can bring a bit more happiness to the world. I think that's all we want. That's all we want, right? We always want to be a little bit happy.
Nothing very difficult, just happiness, love, and food.
Absolutely. So life is simple, but sometimes people make it very complicated. Yeah. So this is going to be fun. So please, everyone, just come and join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. We won't be perfect. We'll make some mistakes along the way, but just enjoy it. Nobody's perfect. And we may have some technical issues as well, so just bear with us.
We are ready for all the technical issues. I had a few stuff today, but it's okay. It's the first time, so next time we will have a bigger summit with more professional equipment. But first, this is to open the door to experience together. I think we will take away more because we experience the good and the bad together. So it means that we really became like a family. So that we go through all these steps together of bonding and, oh no, this was bad. Oh, the next one will be better.
Yes, absolutely. So it'll be great.
Yes. So thank you, Faridah. I know that you're very busy. So if you have to leave for your next meeting, thank you for hopping in.
And thank you, everyone. I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Please come and join me. I'm on tomorrow for 2 sessions, again, the creative leadership one and the ageism and cultural taboos. And then on Saturday from 3 to 4 on the business taboos. And I'll be focusing primarily about women and how I started my business and what were some of the challenges I faced. So please come and support my sessions as well.
Yes, and I want to just say one more thing, the secret rooms, what you mentioned. The cultural differences, you can click on the link on the website and it will take you to a different platform. It's called AirMeet. They partnered up with us, and it's similar to another platform which provides meetings, but it has some specific functions to make the people more connected. So that's the goal of this, and the link will be available everywhere. So I'm telling it to the audience and to you also, Faridah, that those secret rooms every single night, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they will be at a specific platform.
So those are on Facebook, correct?
It's AirMeet. It's called AirMeet.
No, I mean the links. The
links are on my website, the website. whatmeanwantworkshops.com, where everyone have registered.
Okay. All right. So we'll meet you there.
Yes. See you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.